Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to talk a little bit about control and feeling out of control. Sometimes when things around us, they get scary, they frighten us, and we know there's nothing we can do. We can begin to feel very, very, very out of control, okay? And it's very hard to rein that in. We are living through some of the most trying times. We're going through a pandemic. We're going through the economy in serious trouble. In light of what happened this week, I know that nobody's in a really good place. One of the ways people have always comforted themselves no matter what was going on is through food. Now, me being a food addict, and my food addicts out there that watch me, we have to be very careful because at any time, those old habits can spring up. And to be totally honest with you guys, in the past 2 weeks, I've gained like 5 pounds because you're going to seek comfort in something. It's alcohol or cigarettes or something. So what I thought is, why not let's have some sort of a comforting meal that kind of just embraces us and warms us, but it doesn't take a really long time to do. So we're going to make Sweet Korean Lentils. It's from one of my favorites, Sam, who has the Fuss-Free Kitchen Cookbook that we talked about before. This is a delicious recipe that I've made dozens of times. It's fast, it's easy, it's very economical, all those things that people need right now. So let's get into it. I'm going to kind of go through it. I'll put her little blog on there so that you can follow the entire recipe, but let's get going. So, in a bowl, what we're going to do, guys, is we have 4 cups of water, soy sauce, brown sugar, which I completely forgot, 4 cloves of garlic, 2-inch piece of ginger. She puts sesame oil in hers, but I try to skip the oil, so I don't do that. And a teaspoon of crushed red peppers. Now, as I'm getting the brown sugar, because I forgot the brown sugar, that shows you where my head is today. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to get the brown sugar, and I'm just going to try to talk to you and pretend like this is exactly how this always goes. So I need 4 to 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. It sounds like a lot, but this makes quite a bit. Okay, so what I was going to say is the first part you do is you make the sauce, okay? It calls for fresh ginger, because fresh ginger is delicious. So you're wondering, well, maybe I don't use a lot of ginger, and no, this is not an exact tablespoon, this is just a big spoon. I don't use a lot of ginger, so I don't want to do that. Well, let me tell you, buy your ginger, because ginger is one of those things that's not very expensive. Now, once you get ginger, I'm going to tell you how to store it so you keep it from going bad. You're going to want to put it in your freezer, but what you're going to want to do is you take a spoon and you flip a spoon. Let me grab a spoon. I'm so totally prepared today. And you're going to take it like this and pretend like this is our piece of ginger. You're going to flick the skin off of it. And then you're going to store it in the freezer. Then you can take it out when it's frozen. You can take one of these planes. And when you take that frozen ginger on there, you can just do it right directly into the pan, because it will just take it and dice it. Be very careful, because those you can lose a knuckle on. So the first thing we're going to do is, it tells us just to put some onion in here. So that's what we're going to do first. So here goes our onion. Now again, the recipe calls for oil in the sauce and oil in the pan to do your onions. I don't use oil, so I'm not going to, but you absolutely can, okay? The recipe also calls for garlic. If you want to keep fresh garlic on hand all the time and you want to cut it up every time, that's fine. But when you're looking to save some time, you can buy a big container like this, or you can roast your garlic and you can store it in the freezer. And then all you have to do is take it out whenever you need it and use it. Let's just to heat the onions for a few minutes. And then what we do is, once we've got those onions going, we're going to add the sauce, okay? You're going to scrape all that out so you get all that goodness. So you're going to put the sauce in there. So after you've done that, we need 2 cups of lentils. It's the red lentils, because these cook really fast. Because once you've got this going and it's boiling and everything, this recipe takes about 10 to 15 minutes and it's ready. Now, if you have a rice cooker, which I do have a rice cooker, I have a very good friend who is Korean, who, when I was sick and I couldn't go out of the house after I got in trouble with the spinal leaks, she would come over and she'd teach me how to cook Korean. And one of the first things she taught me how to do was make rice in a rice pot. But you don't have to have that. You can make rice other ways too. You just make it right on your stove. So I forgot the lid too because honestly I am on such a roll today. We're going to cover it. We're going to let it come to a boil. And then we're going to let it simmer until the liquid's absorbed about 8 to 10 minutes. And then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, it has finished cooking. And this is what it looks like, and it is extremely hot because I just put it in the plate. I also have a little side of kimchi. So I think I'll sit here and I'll just eat a little and I'll talk to you. It's just over some white rice. You can put it over brown rice if you want to. Okay. I just decided I'd sit here and eat with you for a little while. And I don't know if you need company, but I need company. Hey Maggie, how are you? You good down there, baby? And we can just have our nice warm comfort food. Hi, baby. You want some kimchi? Come here. You want a little bit? Here you go. Come here. Come here. There you go. There you go. I'd ask how everybody is, but I kind of feel like we're all a little shell-shocked this week. So let's try and remember to look after each other. First and foremost, you got to take care of yourself. But then check on your friends and your family and make sure everybody's okay. I'm going to try not to burn myself, but I might. That has so much flavor with the ginger and the onions and the soy. The kimchi, this happens to be a bottled one that I bought. I think it's mother-in-law's kimchi, which is what really started me on liking kimchi. I make my own kimchi now, so sometime when I get some nice snap of cabbage, we'll just make some kimchi together. But it's so fantastic for you because it's one of those fermented foods and it works on balancing out gut health. It's like sauerkraut. Those kinds of fermented foods are really good for people. Do things, especially right now, that bring you comfort, guys. I wish I knew when and if our world is ever going back to normal. But unfortunately, I don't have the answer to that. But do things that comfort you. Have nice warm food right now. It's cool outside. This is not an expensive food to make if you buy lentils. Now, this was the red lentils because these cook faster. That doesn't mean you can only make it with this. I also make it with green lentils. I have to cook it a little longer. Just cook it to where you like it. But those will still always have quite a little bite to them. But it's also good with that. And like I told you, if there's something in a recipe you don't like, maybe you don't like onions. Although I can't imagine life without onions. But you may not like them. Leave them out. You can add the sesame oil or the vegetable oil to this if you want to. And it'll give it a richer taste and feel in your mouth. This is really good though. It kind of warms you from the inside out. And sometimes that's just what you need. And there's a lot of comfort in being able to be with your friends. And when you aren't able to be with them, it's lonely. Maybe you do something as simple as at night you have a tea ritual where you have, I got this cute little teapot. Let me show you. Looks like this. I mean, it's just adorable. You put your tea in there, your water in there, and just take some time. You know, warm things really help. I won't lie to you, it's not going to take our problems away, but maybe it helps us to where we can get through until there's better days. I feel for kids. Kids have been through so much in 20 and now in 21. I can't imagine how parents are explaining everything to their children. It has to be daunting. So tell me in the comments below, what's your favorite food? When you need comfort, a lot of people say mac and cheese. I know of a really good mac and cheese. It's actually the best mac and cheese I've ever had. It's from a book called Skinny Bitch. Yes, that really is the name of it. But I want to kind of concentrate on things that are accessible to everyone. I mentioned having a rice cooker. Absolutely don't have to have one. And you want to make a pot of rice, that rice will keep during the week. Like I cook all the time. I cook everything that I eat. But there are easy ways to do things, even for families. And like I told you, the way that I buy in bulk now, I can't believe, I think I got food all over me. I can't believe the amount of money that has saved me. When my son's fiance's mother comes back to visit, Miss Peck. Miss Peck is a chef, and she's owned several restaurants, and she's Cambodian. They have a heavy influence of French in their cooking. But Miss Peck makes kimchi to absolutely die for. I intend to get Miss Peck on this channel a whole lot. I love her to death anyway. We're really good friends, but the woman can cook like nothing you've ever seen. And you might wonder what makes kimchi vegan or not vegan. So just as a side note, the difference is that in the traditional kimchi, there's usually fish sauce. In the kind of kimchi I make, there is not. Any New Year's resolutions? Maybe to make it through the new year in one piece? Anybody trying to diet, exercise more, quit smoking? Are you hoping I give you something? Do you want some more kimchi? Maggie, you want some more? Come here. Come here. You can have another piece. Okay, well, you're not going to get to see her because she's going to let me give it to her. But I swear she's down there. I'm not talking to myself. Although I do that too, so who am I really trying to fool? You staying close to me? Yeah. You remember, my last video, I told you guys, she's ready to be put up for adoption. Bless her heart. Well, I'm going to take another bite first. Because I forgot to eat today. I had breakfast, which I had made some white kidney beans in the Instant Pot, but I cooked them too long, so they were mushy, so I just made a spread out of them, so I had that on rice cakes for breakfast. And then I was doing videos today, which is not bad, because when I told you that I have gained 5 pounds, I wasn't kidding. All of a sudden, I was feeling pretty down in the dumps, so to be honest. And it's getting to me, the state of the world and how people feel about each other and all of that. And it was like, ooh, you just revert back to those horrible old habits. Food never makes things better. I know this, but still I struggle. So I understand if you're struggling. So remember, if you want to reach out and want me to help you with some of that, if you need suggestions for food or you just need somebody to look at and laugh at, I promise you I will always do something for you to laugh at. So listen, guys, if you find yourself reverting back into old habits, reach out to me and talk to me. It may sound like it's silly, but I know what it's like to have to get somebody to talk to try to get through life. I'm a lot cheaper than a shrink. I don't cost anything. Although I'm not saying that I'm better than a shrink, because I am not in any way, shape, fashion, or form saying that. So if you need help, you get help. I wish we'd go back to the days where we used to help each other out instead of fight with each other, where we care about each other. You know, that's what I want for 2021, really bad. You think we'll get there in 2021? You think this is the year that we'll get our shit together? I don't know, guys. What are you doing? I wish y'all could see her. The way she's looking at me. Come here. Can you say hello? She's looking at me like, how dare you eat the last piece. I think I just spit a piece of rice. I apologize. I'm not going to edit it out. As my friend Honey LeBronx told me, when you make mistakes when you're filming, girl, just keep on going. I'm going to do what Honey told me because I make a lot of mistakes. And if I stop every time, y'all are never going to get a video from me. And this is real life, guys. I'm a very real person. Maggie's mad with me because she knows I ate the last piece of kimchi I had on my plate. Listen, guys, I want you to know that I love you all. I'm going to just give you a virtual hug and tell you that I hope that everybody gets in a good place soon. Please be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. I do appreciate your loyalty to me. The channel is growing. If you're new and you like what you've seen, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Comment, please. Share my videos with anybody that you think might be interested in them. And I'm going to continue trying to put things out that I think that you guys will enjoy. And please take care of yourselves until we meet again.